to today for joining us on today's webinar. Today we're going to be talking about essential oils for your active lifestyle. So this is one of my favorite presentations because I love knowing that we have all these amazing products to truly support our body when we want to be the most active. And of course, we want to be able to stay active for a really long time so that we also live a full life and can keep up with our children, and then as we age, even our grandchildren. So I am just so grateful that you guys joined me. Most of you have probably been on through the entire week, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the first few slides because by now we should all truly understand what essential oils are. If you have not been watching and this isn't making sense, go back to the basic 101 and kind of as a refresher. But really quickly, what are essential oils? They're aromatic compounds that comes from the plant. They can come from different parts of the plant. They can come from the stem. They can come from the leaf. Some of them come from the bark of a tree, such as frankincense and myrrh. They're steam distilled or cold pressed. So as you can see in this image, you have a peppermint leaf that is really magnified. And on the underside of that leaf is these little tiny peppermint oil sacs. And so oftentimes we picked up a peppermint leaf, rubbed it between our fingers, smelt our fingers, and had this amazing aroma because we popped those little oil sacs. So they're only side benefits, no side effects with essential oils as long as you use them safely. So with doTERRA, we are CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And what that means is we have extensive testing done that is outsourced to a third party to make sure that we're free of herbicides and pesticides. There's no synthetics, there's no fillers. That truly, when you get these essential oils delivered to your doorstep, you are getting the best of the best oils. With doTERRA, as we are growing, we actually own 80% of the purest essential oils globally now. And so I love that. We're going to see that number continue to rise because we work so closely with those farmers, and we want to make sure that not only are we taking care of them, but we're also giving back to them. And it really gives us those exclusive rights that we have with 80% of the world. So it's pretty amazing to be able to see how doTERRA is growing and how quickly people are seeing that this is truly an opportunity to improve our health on a natural way. And I think more and more people are turning to that because they want something that they feel confident in. They want something they feel safe to use on their babies, to their grandmas, and maybe their grandma's grandma. So I love doTERRA. So again, essential oils, we understand what they are and how do they work. Well, they're going to support those cell receptors. They're going to promote healthy cell function, and they're going to maintain cells in their natural state. So what I love about it is because we are oily membranes, and essential oils are oils, they're actually able to penetrate that cell wall to really be able to attack any kind of threats that might be coming into that cell. And so it's really able to help aid in our body. Our body is very smart. Our body can do what it's intended to do when we give it what it needs. So of course, if we can do something in a natural way, if we can give it essential oils that are going to support a healthy immune function, our body can actually naturally fight off those threats that can potentially, cause us to get sick or cause different things that happen in our body, such as inflammation. So you've got to use those oils though, right? And you have to use them consistently. So one thing that I like to point out to, which is just amazing, is 1 drop of essential oil equals 40 million trillion molecules. These chemical compounds service every cell of the body in a matter of minutes. Now, we don't even have 40, million trillion cells in our body. So as you can see, that this is actually able to service every cell we do have plus some. So you don't need a lot. Less is more in this situation. So we are so grateful that we have essential oils to be able to support our body. Now, how do we use them? There's 3 ways that we use them aromatically, which I really love when you're thinking about the active lifestyle. I love to point out that simply by putting the essential oils in your hands, rubbing your hands together and taking just a deep breath is a great way to immediately have some of those benefits, to open those airways, to calm the nerves, to ease any tension. If you're nervous for maybe a big run, they can be so soothing to those emotions also. You can put them in a diffuser, and it's amazing for that smell to be uplifting. You can put them in your shower. That smells amazing too. Open up those bronchioles, put some Breathe in the bottom of your shower, turn that hot water on, and it's just like a steam mist that comes up. So aromatically is an amazing way. Topically, right on location. A lot of us are going to be doing that topical use, especially when we talk about that athletic lifestyle, because you think about having some just tired muscles from overusing them, putting some lemongrass on, putting some deep blue on to just really be able to calm those nerves, be able to help break down some of that lactic acid as we, really push our bodies. So, of course, one thing to be thinking about is on the bottom of your feet is one of the fastest ways to get those essential oils in. They're in your bloodstream in 30 seconds and every cell and organ of your body in 20 minutes, which is another reason why picking a pure oil is really important, because we don't want to be putting those synthetics in our body, right? So, of course, put on the area of concern, but when in doubt, just put on the bottom of the feet. Internal with doTERRA, because of the grade of oils that we have, because of their properties, you can actually just add them to your water and take them internally. They taste amazing, but they're going to be able to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's very soothing to your throat, and it can help promote a healthy immune response. So put them in a capsule, put them under your tongue, drink those citrus oils, whatever you need to do. But of course, get them in your body to help support your body in a natural way. So we're going to go ahead and kick off now into the athletic lifestyle. And so we want to start with, how do you support your body with the essentials? Now, I love essential oils, don't get me wrong, but I truly feel like we have to start from the inside out. We have to have the right support to be able to assist our body. The essential oils are amazing, but if we're not giving our body the nutrients that it needs, then our body's still starving for that. And as we give it what it's needed, I feel like we have a quicker recovery time. I feel like we are able to do more. We're been able to go out on those runs and maybe not have that fog in our brain, right? Or maybe our muscles aren't so fatigued from overdoing them, because we're really nourishing our body from the inside out and giving the essentials. So how I feel like this starts is, I feel like this is going to start with our EOmegas, our Microplex MVP, or you can also even add in the Alpha CRS, which is not pictured. So what does that do for our body? Well, the EOmegas are going to promote healthy cardiovascular, nervous, and immune system function. It supports healthy joint function and comfort for those joints. It's going to provide important modulating nutrients for healthy immune function, protects against lipid oxidation, and supports healthy function of the brain, the eyes, and the nervous system. And it promotes healthy skin. Well, then when you look at the Microplex MVP, it's providing 22 essential vitamins and minerals to support normal growth function and the maintenance of our cells. It's going to fight off free radicals with the antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E. It supports healthy metabolism and cellular energy. It's going to support bone health because it has the calcium, the magnesium, the zinc, and the vitamin D. It supports healthy immune function, healthy digestion. It provides systemic benefits of vitality and wellness associated with optimal intake of essential nutrients. It's going to provide the essential antioxidant vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E. And it also has the energy complex of B vitamins, which is really important. It's also going to have that natural vitamin E, which we all need. And what I also love, it has a tummy tamer blend in it, which is super important for those that normally get an upset stomach from taking vitamins. And I've heard from so many people that have issues taking vitamins in the past that they're not having the same issues because of that tummy tamer blend. It also includes a balanced blend of minerals, including your calcium, your magnesium, your zinc, your selenium, your copper, your chromium, and your other chelated minerals. So it's really important base for us. So remember that as we're starting, we want to make sure that we have that baseline and think of all the things I just said it's going to support. Now, if you want to add in the Alpha CRS, which is not pictured right here, this is going to be something that's going to support healthy cell function and metabolism. It's doing that by reducing the oxidative stress to our DNA and other critical cell structures. So remember, we're adding that alpha as an extra support for our body. It's going to help protect against the cells, against the oxidative stress. So just like the EOmegas and the Microplex MVP, they both protect your cells. It's going to support healthy cellular immune function. It's going to also support that mental clarity and brain function, which is a big one. It also has a great level of the metabolic factors that help with that natural cellular energy. And it also, again, has the tummy tamer blend. So all of those have that additional tummy tamer blend to help you not get that upset stomach. So when you look at the vitamins as a whole, you can see how important they are as that base. You can see how starting out with those every single morning is going to feed your body that fuel, right? It's going to be just an all over support. And when we support our body in that natural way, then of course we're adding essential oils to only be able to help balance out where we need. Now, again, like I said, is I absolutely love the essential oils, but I also feel like it's super important for us to have that base with our vitamins. The other thing that I love about doTERRA's vitamins is they are bioavailable, which means that our body is actually able to get 99.9% of what's in that bottle, unlike the majority of other vitamins where you're maybe getting 10 to 30% because your body has to break them down, where these are bioavailable and they're breaking down with our body. So it's just amazing. I promise you that you will fall in love with the vitamins. If you are not on them now, I really challenge you guys to get on them. So the other thing that you can see in this picture is the Mito to Max. And I love this because this is something that you can take when your energy is down. So you're out there and maybe you're feeling a little run down, and you can actually just use this as a supplement to boost that energy. It's going to also help increase mental energy. It also supports healthy cellular energy production, and it supports the healthy mitochondrial function and aerobic capacity, and improves stamina naturally without the use of harmful stimulants, which is huge when you look at it, because start thinking about how many times you see people with Red Bulls or any of those nasty energy drinks because they need a stimulant to keep them going. But it's actually being more harmful for their bodies because all the added sugars, all the added harmful stimulants that can really end up doing more long-term damage. Where with the Mito to Max, it's in a natural form. It's a natural stamina. And so it's also going to help improve healthy circulation, which I love. So you see, this is going to be your baseline, okay? Then you can see that the Slim and Sassy Trim Shake is in the picture. And why? It's because why wouldn't we add another healthy boost as we get moving in the morning, right? So as you're running out the door and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot to eat something, and our body needs food because that's how it starts the metabolism off in the morning. So the Slim and Sassy Trim Shakes are very low fat. They're actually very low calorie, but high protein, high fiber. It's a lean alternative for anybody that's trying to help lose weight. It helps control the release of the stress hormone cortisol, which I love personally. It helps control stress-induced appetite, overeating, and that carbohydrate cravings that we can all get. It enhances your energy levels while helping to alleviate fatigue commonly associated with dieting and exercise. So when you think about starting off in a new routine, how many of you can identify that sometimes our bodies feel a little run down, right? Because we're pushing them outside of their limits, especially if we haven't worked out in a long time. So this is a great alternative to start your morning with. It's also great to replace meals with at least one balanced nutrition meal a day. You still want to be eating, right? But it's going to increase feelings of being satisfied too. So you're going to reduce those sugar cravings, excuse me, but you're going to help your body with high protein, low fat, low calorie to really start it. So use the Trim Shake as you run out the door in the morning. Another great start would be the Slim and Sassy because it's going to help promote a healthy metabolism. It's going to help manage those hunger cravings. It's very calming to your stomach. It has citrus oils in it, so it's really good for really lifting that mood up too. So you can put it in your water. You can put it in your tea. Sometimes I'll just drop a couple drops underneath my tongue. You can use it for so many different things. I also like to use it as an adrenal support. And so I will put it over my adrenals on my back just to support them. But you can think about all the different ways you can be using Slim and Sassy in your water. That's a great way. But think about that. How many of us would love something that's just going to help manage some of those cravings? Because I know when I'm craving sweets, this is one of the first oils I go to because it helps just kind of decrease that craving for chocolate. Is my go-to. I love chocolate, and it really helps me not go in and just try to find chocolate in my cupboards anywhere. So that's your baseline. This is what I love to start with. And then as we move on, we go into breathe, which is going to be your respiratory support. It's going to help just open those airways so that you can get those full breaths in, right? So as you're out running or you're your children are out exercising and you see that maybe they're just getting a little bit run down. This is a great one to just rub over the chest, to put in your hands, rub your hands together and take some deep breaths of that. I also love to do breathe and serenity in my diffuser at night because the breathe is opening up my airways and the serenity is just very calming. So this is a great go-to whenever you're out and about and starting that exercise to really open up those airways. Aroma touch. I love aroma touch. In fact, sometimes people be like, what is it with you and aroma touch? Because I seriously probably have that with me everywhere I go. I don't think I ever really leave home without it because it's truly one of my favorites. It's comforting for me and it has really relaxing benefits for my muscles. And it's really good to just release those feelings of tension, So oftentimes when you've overdone it, maybe you sat at a computer too long. Maybe you pushed yourself at the gym that day and you really just lifted more weights than your body's used to. This is going to help release some of those feelings of tension in your neck. It's really also great oil to put in Epsom salt and bathe in because it's going to, again, be calming to those nerves. I love it to increase circulation. For an neuropathy support, this is one I use also because it's a great way to really just promote a healthy circulation moving through your body and really get the blood flow going because we understand that blood flow is very vital for all of our body functions to proper normally, right? And we know that when that blood flow is not going, you can start to feel feelings of numbness and tingling. And so the Aroma Touch is going to support that in a healthy way to get those muscles happy again, the blood flow moving, the circulation just pumping out so that you can also get the oxygenation to that area of concern. White fur. So if you have not used white fur, I would encourage you to start now. I hadn't used white fur for, I don't even know how long it had been. And my husband is the one actually that brought it to me. He was like, have you been using this? Because reading about it and he saw the benefits of it. And I was like, you know what? I haven't. And now it's one of my go-tos. In fact, we have one in our bathroom. We have one on our kitchen counter. I have one in my office. The smell alone is so invigorating. And I personally love any of the oils that smell like the outdoors. And this is, of course, one that does because it's a fur, right? So anytime after just strenuous activity, you're going to massage into the skin for that soothing comfort. I put this in an Epsom salt bath along with the Aroma Touch because it is really good for being soothing to my muscles. It's really uplifting, like I was saying, the smell for me, and it's really good to reduce stress levels. So again, all these ones that maybe you haven't been playing with, I would encourage you guys to start playing with now and, start thinking of them outside of your normal routine because you will, like I said, just completely fall in love with it. Okay, cypress, another one that I feel is really important because of the circulation. Now, cypress is in the Aroma Touch. So you can think of the Aroma Touch, what I talked about as far as improving circulation. So by itself, you can see how it's a really powerful oil. You can apply it to your feet, to your legs for just an energizing boost after maybe a long run, a tough workout, or maybe just a long day at work and your legs are feeling a little bit fatigued. You can apply 2 to 3 drops to your chest before gargling to promote vitality and energy. And of course, anytime that those muscles are feeling fatigued and you don't feel like you're getting the oxygenation that they need, they're not getting the circulation, this is a quick go-to to, again, really pick up that circulation to get everything flowing normally. Now, I also have used cypress as a great respiratory support because it is so good with the blood flow and getting everything going that I feel like it's really good as an expectorant. So use that cypress also if you need to in conjunction with that breathe. Just put a drop of each and take some deep breaths, rub it over your chest. Slim and Sassy we talked about in the beginning, so this is just another overview of it. We talked about how it's great for promoting a healthy metabolism. It's going to be great for help managing that, those hunger cravings that you may get. Now, again, one of my favorites is just as an amazing adrenal support. I think that a lot of people don't recognize that this is one of the best adrenal supports along with Mitotomax that we could possibly be using. There is a few others, but I love these two together. You can also put it on your reflex points for your adrenals on your feet. I love that we have the ability to address not only the area, but we can also go to those reflex points. If we cannot reach the adrenals or it's in an awkward area, we can always just go to our feet. Past tense. So this is a roll-on. This is a very powerful oil. And I say that as far as the smell goes and just the effects of it. It has the wintergreen in it, and it has cilantro and basil, rosemary. It smells so good, but it's also so amazing at really helping on different levels. As far as the emotions go, it can be very calming to them. As far as helping reduce tension in our bodies, applying over our neck, applying even just like into the shoulder blades is a great way to use those. I've actually used them in so many different ways. When I've had a little bit of just achy knees, I'll apply to my knees with some deep blue, and it's just super powerful. You can also apply to the temples, the neck, back, or bottom of feet to help ease any kind of stressful feelings. When you're applying to your temples, make sure you're getting pretty far back into your hairline because it is a powerful smell and it can make your eyes water. So apply kind of back. It's great for any of those tension headaches that sometimes we occasionally get, but use your past tense. Lemongrass. So this is one that I love for after any kind of strenuous activity because it does break down that lactic acid. And I think that's super important in our muscles so that they don't get cramps, so they don't feel over fatigued, so that we can still continue on with our everyday life. So use your lemongrass. It's very refreshing. I actually love diffusing this one too. I notice, and I've read about it, like in the emotional side of it, that there's something about lemongrass when diffused, you actually clean. It kind of wants you to get rid of the clutter in your life. And so when I'm cleaning, I will actually put this on because I'm likely to get way more done. Plus the smell and the aroma just makes your house, it's just so yummy. So if you have not diffused lemongrass, diffuse it. Put some with some peppermint and apply to the muscles. You can also put in a capsule to support any kind of GI function that you need to keep healthy. And of course, for any kind of digestion issues. So you can think about all the different ways to use lemongrass. As far as emotional, you can use it for those muscles, and also you can cook with it because it is in everything, right? How many times have you gone to a restaurant, like a Thai restaurant, and ordered like their lemongrass chicken or anything with it? It's just so yummy. One drop, you do not need a lot. So great one to have with you at all times. Okay, wintergreen. I love the new wintergreen. So just this last year, they actually changed over our wintergreen, and this one, oh my word, the benefits of it, the feelings of it, I didn't ever experience with the old wintergreen. I never had that like tingly sensation where it just felt cool and warm at the same time, but I get this when I put this on, and I cannot believe how quick it works. It actually contains the same active ingredient as birch, and we know how powerful birch is to support healthy bones. Well, this is has the same ingredients and like components. It's just a little bit different. So birch is like way more, extreme, and it's going to be even a better oil. But wintergreen still has some powerful properties to it. You're going to massage into your hands, back, and legs for a soothing and warming sensation after that exercise. It's also really good to put a couple drops of wintergreen on a cotton ball and place it in your gym bag because it will mask any of those stinky smells that you may have. You can also use it on the skin to just reduce the appearance of any kind of blemishes. It's very, very uplifting for an aroma, so diffuse it when you need it. And it's also used in oral hygiene products, so you can use it that way too. So apply over the area, apply to the back of your neck, apply to those muscles in need of it, whatever you need to do. But you're going to experience that soothing and warming sensation that I was talking about that I had never experienced with our old wintergreen, but I quickly have fallen in love with this one. Deep blue. So of course we cannot talk about athletes and exercise without talking about deep blue, right? Because of its powerful benefits. So of course, deep blue is a blend, and it has the helichrysum and the blue tansy and the peppermint and the osmanthus, and it's just an amazing, amazing product. And so what I love about this though is all the different ways that you can see we can do deep blue, right? We have it in the roll-on, we have it in the 5 ml, we have it in the rub, which personally I like using a little drop of the oil plus the rub just because I feel like I get just a little extra benefit of that. And then you can apply it, on your feet, your knees, before and after exercise. I always say to put it on pre-exercise. And then, of course, when I'm done, I reapply it. It's just a great way to support my muscles. You can rub it on the lower back muscles after a day of heavy lifting at work or during a move. Now, the other thing that I fall in love with, and I've probably said that a million times, but you can see how passionate I am about these products. I truly do love them. Like, they are in my everyday activity that I do, is the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. So what I love about it is it really contains powerful polyphenols, which aid in those occasional aches and pains that we can get. And it's going to support the joint comfort and function. And that's what we need. We need something that can help replace over-the-counter things that we take to help, alleviate that occasional pain. But this is in a natural way. So I love that. Anytime you have any kind of discomfort, you would just take a couple of these. So as a preventative, take one in the morning, one at night. On the onset of something that you're feeling that's just a little bit of discomfort to you, maybe your knees feel a little bit achy, maybe your neck feels a little bit stiff, or you're feeling just a little bit of a headache coming on. This would be one of my first go-tos, is the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, because it's so fast acting and it's natural. I love that. So it's one of those, again, that is always with me. And I really encourage you guys to start looking at the ingredients of what you may be taking now and realizing that there can, again, be long-term side effects if it's not having natural ingredients in it. So if you have the ability to fill your home and your medicine cabinet with natural products, that's what we should all be doing, okay? So use your Deep Blue when you need it. So you can see it in the rub, in the oil, the roll-on, and of course that complex. So many different ways that you can be using Deep Blue. All are going to support healthy joints, healthy bones, healthy muscles, and a healthy you, right? Let's see here. Okay, so here is a couple recipes that I like to show people because I know all of us are going to experience knee discomfort at some time. It's just the way life is. You can think about when you were 16 and maybe were in volleyball or in basketball and you fell on your knees, or, trying to get the ball. Or you can think about as a kid thinking it was really fun to slide down the stairs on your knees. I see my kids doing that now and I'm like, no, because I know that in 20, 30 years, they're going to experience a little bit of discomfort from what they do now. So if you have that, you can, in a 10 ml roll-on, you can combine these oils to help support that. 10 drops of frankincense, 10 drops of lemongrass, 4 drops of oregano, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of peppermint, and then you're just going to fill the rest with that fractionated coconut oil and apply as often as you need. The bone-on-bone recipe, 2 drops Deep Blue, 2 drops sandalwood, which is a cartilage repair, 2 drops white fir, which is going to help support inflammation. For the soft tissue, 2 drops of peppermint, helichrysum, marjoram, and eucalyptus. And again, combine in a little glass bowl in a roll-on and add that fractionated coconut oil. And then you just apply to the area of concern. Inflamed tendons, layer 2 drops wintergreen, 2 drops lemongrass, and 2 drops of marjoram. Wait 2 minutes and then apply that peppermint to drive it in. Peppermint is your driver of oils. So temporary discomfort reducer, 6 drops of each frankincense, marjoram, and oregano in a capsule. If oregano is too powerful for you and maybe it gives you a little bit of upset stomach because it's a very potent oil, then use helichrysum instead. But this is amazing to really help reduce inflammation in our bodies and support it in a natural way. So I love this recipe and I've used this plenty of times when I just needed a little extra boost to help just calm the nerves and whatever else was going on within my body. Again, I really feel like it's important to take a proactive. So after a big day of working out or just being run down, I love to get into my bath, put some Epsom salt, and I love white fir, frankincense, and clove. That combination is amazing. So you can add the aroma touch. You can add whatever other oils you want. I kind of just play with it depending on my mood for the day. I love to add aroma touch to this blend, but sometimes I'll even add a drop of lemongrass. Now, if I add peppermint, I only add 1 drop, okay? Peppermint is very cooling to our bodies. And so if we add too much, it can actually really chill us. It can bring our body temperature down too much. So you only want 1 drop, because again, when we're talking about pure potent oils, we don't need a lot. So remember that when you're dealing with oils such as peppermint, okay? All of our oils, of course, are pure and potent, but some of them are just the effects as far as that cooling properties that can be almost a little bit overwhelming for our body. So these are what I use. These are some of the routines that I'm doing on a daily basis. These are my go-tos. This is how I like to start my day. I love starting with the Lifelong Vitality and that Mito to Max. I love having the support of our trim shakes to really have a healthy metabolism, making sure I'm getting the right proteins, the right fibers into my body. And of course, I always end my day, almost every single day that I work out, with a muscle bath and putting these oils in them. So this is what I encourage you guys to do. If you have not got started with doTERRA, now is the time. We invite you to take advantage of doTERRA's amazing opportunity to join with a wholesale account, which means that you get 25% off those retail prices. There's no obligation to do anything, but just love the oils you purchase. It gives you the ability to have more education, because that person that invited you today, you're going to talk to them and they're going to show you what kit is best for you and your family, what is best for your needs. And it gives you more education, access to someone. And of course, we continue to do all of these webinars to help in other areas of your life too, with different topics. So whoever invited you, we ask that you get with them and let them show you how to get started today. We have the amazing Deep Blue promotion that is going on right now, which means that anybody that enrolls with a wholesale account or places a 200 PV order, which 200 PV is like $200 in oils, will get a free Deep Blue rub and a 5 ml of the oil for free. So it's a really great time to get started. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we will post the recording for those that were not on live. Thank you for taking the time all week to really watch these webinars. Grow your knowledge of how to use these every single day. So have a great day, everyone, and we'll be with you next time.